His time is up. His time is now. Welcome to the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. I'm the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef, and this is my fellow old buck in Morro. Oh, are you alright? You okay? The tears streaming down your face.
Shane, I'm brutally hungover.
I know you are. I'm really tired.
Well, this is going to be a fantastic episode.
I'm so tired. Stayed up fucking late watching Saturday night's main event. Good show, I thought.
I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, very good show. Felt different than normal WWE stuff.
It was the most enjoyable show I think I've seen him do all year.
Yeah, it kind of felt, there was a bit of, forgive me if I'm wrong, like ECW One Night Stand kind of about it, in that it was...
It felt like outside of the universe.
Yeah, because of Javon Evans and because of Leon Slater and Sol Ruka, who I thought had a great show and you not so much.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that match.
Yeah.
I do think she has loads of potential, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but you're probably going to cover it tomorrow on All Elite Morrow after you took a sabbatical last week.
I took a sabbatical last week.
Had to. Yeah. And I was shooting a Frankie video as well.
That guy?
Yeah, shooting a video for him. He was lifting cars and shit.
He's a mad head, that lad, isn't he?
God, it's my body is sore from it, you know?
I'd imagine.
But we're here today to talk about John Cena. And specifically, not the legacy of John Cena.
That's a different podcast.
That is a different podcast.
Day.
I'll say we'll do that in a few weeks. We have a lot of podcasts on the horizon. We also have the 2025 retrospective, which would tie in with the John Cena final year, which is what we're doing now.
You missed the retrospective last year, did you?
I don't know.
I feel like it was just me. And
we also have like our prediction of WrestleMania 41.
Can't wait for that.
We'll have our insane Royal Rumble.
I was the closest last year.
You certainly were.
Yeah. The insane Royal Rumble, that's coming back.
That's coming back, yeah.
That was fucking... I didn't mean to curse that.
That was
so much fun.
I was thinking about doing it with wrestling figures instead of pulling names out of hats, but unfortunately...
We won't have the right roster. And
all my figures are in boxes, so I'm not unboxing them. We know that other Irish podcasts, like the Five Marks, are going to do a 2025 retrospective. They did an interview with E.S. Tate there recently. I'm waiting for that to be released.
Weird.
Yeah, lots of wrestling stuff, but
why would you interview that idiot?
Fucking asshole. But we put to Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show fans, if what are your thoughts on the last year of Cena? And pretty much everybody are in unison. James Doyle Coach said, fumble the heel turn, and the rapper guy needs a slap. Travis Scott, I would imagine.
Yeah. I thought you were calling Cena the rapper guy.
Yeah. Oisin McCarthy 129, it had its moments, but without a doubt, the big picture probably didn't materialise as it was hoped. Yeah. Mormon Nash.
That's me.
That is you. Unfortunate. That's all he said. Jamie Boswell 17's AJ Styles match was great. The rest was meh. Alex F. Holmes said, glad it's over.
Fair.
Crazy Cal Yup said, shite.
Fair.
Run the analyst. Ups and downs where so much never felt planned out, or a celebration of Cena.
That is spot on.
Neil XCA said, meh.
Yeah.
Kyle Crow said, underwhelming. McAllister Mount, if I was Y2J, I'd be asking myself if WWE is the right place to retire after that. Hassan WZ84, by not leaving Cena as the conquering hero, Cena left as the ultimate hero. From last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, are we going to start from the start? Do you want to kind of start with last night, or? We kind of touched upon this whole retirement as an angle on our retirements podcast. Go check it out on the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show about 2 weeks ago, and how it can be utilized as a storytelling tool. Maybe it's going to be utilized too much. You're going to have AJ Styles, then Chris Jericho's, then Brock Lesnar's, then Randy Orton, then Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? If it ends up dominating the upper card or television in the same way that John Cena's did, no interest in it. John Cena has come out in defense of the year and said that he only had 36 dates. He tried to cram.
He offered 200 though.
He says, yeah, but he tried to cram because he wanted to do live events.
Yeah.
But he said that they tried to cram 2 years worth of storytelling into 36 dates.
They didn't really though.
Here's my issue with that though, is that 36 dates, fair enough. But say if you're just doing Raws or whatever, like you have 72 hours worth of television. You know what I mean? Like, that's more than, say,
Sopranos.
three seasons of Stranger Things
I
and
think
stuff.
The Sopranos is actually 2 hours less than that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you can tell a compelling story while not obviously dominating the card. But and this comes into what you said before, the format of modern day sports entertainment, which got mentioned in our Retribution Bazaars episode. Go check that out.
That was so much fun, by the way.
Did you like? I thought you liked the sponsor.
Was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I kind of did that for you.
I thought that was the best thing that's ever happened on the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. The whole channel.
Sorry.
It was so good.
But yeah, the format of modern day sports entertainment is not as entertaining as it could be. Maybe,
It just feels a bit stagnant.
Yeah, the last time it was properly kind of messed around with was Lucha Underground, I would say.
Yeah.
And they did it in a movie-esque way, which I'm not 100% a fan of, but you could certainly appreciate the way they did it.
Oh, totally, yeah. And like it had some great stuff in it. Like it wasn't always brilliant or anything. But like we haven't, the wrestling, weekly TV wrestling hasn't departed from the format that WCW established in 1996.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's still the same, like, yes, some things are a little bit different, but the general structure and format is like
the actual physical presentation, yes, is different, but the format is always the same.
We're still in that, it needs something to kind of...
Evolution. We keep
is a mystery.
We keep talking about evolution in forms of gimmick matches, which was last week's podcast, but like evolution in the terms of the presentation of sports entertainment. I think that had a lot to do with John Cena's run this year. So he comes out at the start of the year, and
I like the start of it.
Yeah, I was intrigued by this is how many days I have left. And
the doomsday clock is counting down.
Yeah, like...
And there's certain things, like, this could have been so compelling because that clock is counting down. And there's actually multiple times this could have been used as a compelling storytelling device, and they never quite did it in both the direction they chose to go. And also, I think we both probably give an overview of an idea that we feel they should have used and they never actually did, which we spoke about was that countdown
desperation
clock,
grows.
The desperation to get to the 17th title, and that running counter along by that countdown clock could have been super compelling.
But they shot their load within 3 months.
Yeah, that was their, like, because like him losing the Rumble.
Yeah, that was
brilliant.
Yeah.
And then, like, he should have, both feel he should have lost the Chamber.
He should have lost King of the Ring.
Keep
Keep calling the shot going, I deserve to be in the Rumble, I'm John Cena. I deserve to be in the Elimination Chamber, I'm John Cena.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. King of the Ring. All right. These are all guaranteed title shots. What's he going to do? He's going to have to attack somebody.
Something's going to have to happen.
Yeah, I remember watching the Royal Rumble, and when they threw out, like... Was it Rollins, Punk, and Roman?
Yeah,
I was like, and they left Logan, Jay, and John Cena in the ring.
You were 100% sure it was Cena, weren't you?
I immediately just felt deflated. I was like, I don't want any of these. Yeah. I don't want any of this to win.
Because my initial thought, like, is the second that happened, because there was quite a long pause after that elimination. And then they did the kind of the stuff with Rollins, Roman, and Punk on the outside. And like, I just remember thinking the whole...
That's the interesting story out there.
Yeah, and we're just getting Cena winning the Rumble straight away.
Yeah.
Even though I had predicted Cena Cody main event at Mania from very early on, because I thought, like, you have one opportunity to do it.
There's a video of me going, no, it's too safe, it's too shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, you think of it though, right? Like, if you're booking a company and you have your biggest show of the year coming up and you're kind of struggling for a big time money main event, that's just sitting right there. It's almost like too easy. It was so easy for them to go, yeah, Cena Cody, Cena's last Mania. Yeah, why not? Even though I personally, there's way more compelling ways to tell the Cena story, but they just went for the easy one.
Elimination Chamber then happened.
Well,
Cena calls a shot, which I thought was kind of, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then, Elimination Chamber happens and Cena wins. And then I fall asleep for a bit. I'm like, oh, Cena wins. I'm thinking, no, they're just going to get... And I fall asleep.
Didn't he submit Punk last? Submitted him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punk had got the curb stomp.
Yeah, yeah.
off Rollins. And I think he passed out, did he? Or
He might have passed out, actually. Yeah.
And I fell asleep then, and I woke back up literally 4 seconds before Cody goes to The Rock going, go fuck yourself. I was like, oh, cool, okay, I'm awake now. So I witnessed the John Cena heel turn live. And as a wrestling fan for the past, what age am I now? 36. For the past 34 years of my life, that shocked me.
Yeah.
Because for years, like, I didn't see the Hogan one live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, none of us did, yeah.
So for
Maybe
years,
Johnny Martin might have been there.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
He was in the arena, wasn't he? Bash
Johnny
the Beach.
Martin was potentially going to be the third man.
Yeah. I think that's well known.
It was
fact,
either
as I
him,
said.
Sting, or Viscera. But I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is fucking... Because for years we begged for his character to change. Now, when I say we, I mean his detractors, the John Cena haters. And we've seen an overflow of people pouring out their adulation for John Cena, and throughout all different age groups, not necessarily like just 20-year-old people who grew up with him. People in the 30s and 40s love John Cena, and that's fair enough. I just didn't. And what I didn't find compelling about his character was the fact that he never changed. He never grew. He never evolved. He was always just, I'm John fucking Cena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, we started to evolve around the US title stuff.
I was just about to say the open challenge and
threw that little shitty punch.
Yeah.
But, the compelling things, like, it's why Superman sometimes doesn't resonate with me. It's the lack of flaws.
But
and you can't
I think there's
connect with that.
There's a big part though that is very much to do with the exact age bracket that we're in. Is that, and it's not like solely Cena's fault. It's more to do with what Cena represented. He represented, like, he was the face of the PG era, and we had fallen in love with the chaos of the Attitude Era and a more kind of a gritty presentation. And then we see the company pivot in this direction.
They have shareholders now to all that kind of
Everything
stuff.
becomes PG, and then Cena becomes like the most like perfectly crafted corporate creation of a pro wrestler.
Do you think less people watched wrestling than they did, like during Cena's run, than they did during Austin's run? And I mean just watching wrestling. I don't mean WWF or WWE.
Well, yeah,
Meltzer made that point, didn't he? Or someone said it to him, saying
there was a thing online there the other day.
There's like
the thing I sent you.
So even though, despite making record-breaking revenues and profits and attendances, like the actual overall viewership of professional wrestling is in the mud in comparison to what it used to be when it was going through its hot phase.
Yeah, well, like if you look at, certainly there is metrics there that would kind of support the argument that once WCW went off the air, 2 million people never came back to wrestling.
Yeah.
So by the very virtue of having a monopoly and what was fastly becoming a homogenized product,
Wrestling became bland.
Wrestling became bland and also smaller and more niche.
But there's no competition. There was no need to push the envelope that much.
No, there was no, like you said, no competition.
There was no competition. So they were like, we have our audience now. This is who we're catering
but you
to.
mentioned shareholders too. They're catering to that. And it's funny, they don't have to do that anymore, yet they still do. That's the thing, Shane. It's certainly wrestling under John Cena's, and some people might not like to hear this, but during it's very funny. John Cena came right after the hottest period in wrestling, and he actually left right before the second hottest period in modern wrestling, the Cody Roman stuff.
Are you saying there's a correlation there?
I'm not saying there's a correlation. I'm just saying that is actually kind of like a funny thing.
Yeah.
And then his comeback year has seen a little bit of a dip in business compared to the 2 previous years before.
Well,
that.
like not even a dip in business, a dip in
critical acclaim too.
Off the fucking cliff kind of thing. 2025 has an anomaly of like, what the fuck just happened? This is so
2025 in
abstract.
general, this isn't. I don't blame Cena for this. But 2025 is the most creatively bankrupt WWE has been since like the tail end of the Vince era.
I think something like whatever happened on that Netflix fucking June the 6th or January 6th.
Dude, that was a part of it, but
But that's where like the trend just continued to just.
that's where it became apparent. I think Survivor Series before that.
But that's why the John Cena heel turn was like, oh,
it was the shot in the
boom,
arm.
there's the spark. And I've mentioned this in the Bray Wyatt documentary. WWE for years, particularly during his tenure, John Cena, was just so bland to me.
There was
every now and again,
taken.
every now and again, you get a little lightning in a bottle. Whether it be CM Punk,
Bryan Danielson,
fucking whether the Nexus,
Jeff Hardy,
Bray Wyatt, you know what I mean? The Wyatt family, like you go, boom, oh, there's hope.
and it never seemed to fully follow through or deliver.
And there's a common thread between all that as well. Is John Cena being on top and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like John Cena beating Bray and his feud. Like people allude to the Bray John Cena feud. I was like, that fucking sucked to me. John Cena didn't need to win that feud against Bray. Now I know WrestleMania 30 had some big decisions made. Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, but like Bray could have used that win.
That was the
Nexus could have used.
Cena didn't need that win. He had just come off winning at like 4 WrestleManias in a row. Well,
and then he goes on to win his 15th world title or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes on to win his 13th or whatever. How many they are in a Money in the Bank thing or a ladder match, and he holds the fucking. You're like, I don't give a fuck. I want something new. I want something fresh. And he was just never new and never fresh. He was always the same. Now, I really want to stress, I am discussing the character played by John Cena, but I'm discussing the actual character of John Cena as a television character, like a television entity. It'd be like me talking about Homer Simpson, not Dan Castanella.
Yeah,
it's like me talking about Tony Soprano, not James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
Despite their names being the exact same, I'm talking about John Cena from a television personality perspective as opposed to John Cena the human, because I don't know John Cena the human, obviously.
I don't think anyone knows John Cena the human. He's such a robot. Like,
it does come across like that. Yeah, but the character of John Cena was just bland.
Yeah.
And the heel turn was like, okay,
shot in the arm.
Here we go. Because beforehand, when he in 2002 and 2003, when he starts his rapper stuff and, you know, his feud with like Eddie, and
he was quite edgy.
He was edgy and he was good and he was fun and he was different and he was a good heel.
Yeah,
nice one. And then they started the whole Americana stuff, and you know, I can't resonate with that, but so many people too. So the heel turn was like this perfect shot in the arm for the final year of John Cena. And it made less sense to me the more I think about it, because he ultimately got what he needed, which was the main event for the world title to become the
He already had it.
He already had it.
Yeah, he already had it.
So he didn't need it.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
So
it would have been more compelling had the heel turn been a part of
the story of desperation.
Yeah, him not getting a title shot at Mania or whatever, and then he's like, I need The Rock.
Yeah, I need The Rock to sort this out for me.
Yeah. So I'll do his bidding, and he'll give me the title shot that I so desperately crave.
The problem, and we've alluded to it before, is that WWE aren't creating a storytelling show.
They're not planning their stories. Yeah,
and John Cena said it was to create a moment.
Yeah.
You mean this big heel turn, which would rival Hogan,
which people said that on the day off.
On the day after. It was amazing.
I remember sitting here on a pod. I was sat right there, and I remember saying, basically, like, let's let this play out a bit. We don't know. Like, the reason Hogan's one was so great is
the NWO,
the impact that it created afterwards
on the industry.
Yeah, it was industry shaking. Like, it shook up the whole industry, and like people were declaring. I remember like that Ariel Helwani's absolutely crap website Uncrowned, like, listing the Cena heel turn. They did like a top 10 heel turns of all time later that week, and they had that at like number 2. And I'm like, it was 4 days ago. Like,
yeah, but in a vacuum like that, the actual turn
execution was excellent.
Yeah,
it was the excellence of execution.
Yeah, it was the Bret Hart of heel turns.
Yeah,
but you know, and we've seen a viciousness to him.
The stuff with the Rolex was unbelievable.
Yeah. But then, and like Travis Scott, whatever, you know, he could have been the Dennis Rodman of this faction. But the problem was that they had no follow-up plan. It was, we want to get the belt on Cena or whatever. We become the last fucking real world champion.
He wasn't on Raw the next night.
No, he was on Raw in Belgium, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a week and a bit later.
Yeah.
And he just cut the most generic "you people" promo.
Yeah.
I'm like
with a big sourpuss. And I was like, this guy's actually a charismatic actor. Like had he played it like, I'm John Cena and I'm still fucking.
there's so many ways you could have done that.
Yeah, being a smarmy fucking like John, like Bo Dallas, where he believes he's a face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could have done that.
You could have done anything with anything except what they did. Like they picked like the generic thing that when somebody turns heel and you don't really have the character defined yet, what do?
I'm in an abusive relationship and all.
The fans.
The motherfucker though. The thing is, every interview, bar the Joe Rogan one for some reason, but every interview you see him in, he is dressed in the most ridiculous suit, right?
Yeah.
Why not translate that to
Your character on screen.
your character on TV? I'm
you
the
have-
last real world champion, but you're in jorts, motherfucker.
You gotta sell that merch, baby.
Exactly.
You gotta sell that merch.
It's just the cat. It's the Batman and Robin versus the Batman.
It's non-committal.
Yeah.
They never committed to the heel turn because they had to sell them.
Like you listen to your man Tony Hinchcliffe talk about, John Cena's the most colourful guy, and he came out with the black and the fucking, like, even give him black shorts, give him black jorts,
something, whatever. Like.
Something different. Don't have him wear the grandpa socks.
Yeah, and like, because here's another part as well, right? So the what was the phrase? The last real world champion.
Yeah.
So I actually think again that was an actual excellent idea had it been followed up and executed properly. So we'll skip over. We'll get into WrestleMania in a minute, but we'll kind of skip over it for the purpose of what I'm about to say. Cena wins at Mania. Again, you go back to the countdown clock. Now you have a scenario where he's the last real world champion, and he's saying, "I'm out here at the end of the year with this title." So now you've set up a thing where you have an ever-growing desperation of baby faces trying to recapture the title from him. But they never even told that story.
No. You could have told it with your tournament, the last time is now tournament. Who's going to be the final person
There's only one more person getting a chance to save the world title.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be? Like, and the desperate, but you could have done matches throughout the summer there. Punk, Cody again, Sami Zayn, whoever. All these guys like talk about you in terms of creating like a sports analogy.
Prove he's the last real world champion.
The pressure on them. It's not just like you're not just fighting for the world title now, which is pressure enough. You're fighting for something bigger.
A reverse of the Money in the Bank thing with CM Punk and John Cena, whereas Vince is like, John, you better fucking win me that title, and then he uses Alberto Del Rio, and you're like, oh fuck, that didn't work now either.
That's actually a hilarious irony that it could have been Punk in the reverse position of Cena, Punk threatening to leave with the title in 2011. Now he's the one that's chasing Cena to try and save the title for the company. That would have been an extremely compelling storyline too. That you play off the countdown clock. You know that you see it in all the great Bond films that there's a countdown, and it's a race against the clock.
Even days that he's not there on TV,
the stakes are high.
But you can flash up the actual countdown timer.
Yeah.
You can flash up the days, the hours, until
Cena leaves.
Until the greatest world champion leaves with the world title. Just a reminder that I'm ever present.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not there.
And the whole implication being that if none of you beat me, it never matters what you do in the future.
Yeah.
Because I left with the real world fucking title.
And it could be something like John Cena going, in my contract, it says I'm only scheduled to defend the title
X number of times.
Or every fucking 30 days, every 60 days if you want.
Whatever.
You know what I mean? So, you're all toying away on Raw. You're all doing this, you're doing that. I'm here shooting a movie. I'm here fucking relaxing. Me and The Rock are chilling. What?
Exactly, whatever you want to do. And that gives him an excuse to not be present at TVs within his last year as well.
But be omnipresent
exactly
all
at the same time. Yeah.
You have this overbearing weight on the program of going we're dead. Like he has us legally. He
in every which way.
Yeah,
He's holding the title hostage. It's like kind of like the way.
And that's how you tie in the Rock thing.
Yeah.
Going, I cleared out. Like the Rock never has to show up ever again. But it's just, I created this pathway for John Cena because he's going to be the money making machine that I need him to be.
The Rock can come back at any stage.
Yeah.
With that heat. You know, and let's get into the rest.
You tried to hold the company hostage, Rock, with your John Cena champion. There's your power struggle between the Triple H and the Rock that people kind of know about.
Let's say you do decide to go, right? Right, we kind of fucked over Cody and made him look terrible in the WrestleMania main event. He came out like a geek, and he's our top face going forward. So let's say you replan the year out, and you say, right, we're going to commit to this Cena heel turn. We're going to keep him heel till his last night. And we don't do the Cody Cena rematch at Mania. We save that for the last match. And Cody beats Cena and fucking saves the company, saves the title, whatever. You also save Cody in that, because I don't know about you, but Cody hasn't felt as hot since that match than he did before it. I don't think he's ever fully recaptured what he had before it. He was geeked out majorly in that WrestleMania main event. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, it was just a really bad main event. That
it was a terrible main event.
We talked about it in depth.
Intensity.
I can't believe I stayed up for this fucking shit.
Remember, that was us here in April. Being like,
the Travis Scott stuff.
We were like tired and grumpy. We did like an hour and a half of like
just complaining and
misery.
And just why did we watch this? And like 2025 is the year that I kind of tuned out of WWF, and I stayed up last night because I felt it was a historic
moment in the business.
But I wasn't sad.
No,
you know, I didn't have this feeling of dread or like upset or anything like that. I was watching it because it was a cultural event in wrestling, as opposed to I really need to be there, watch it live. John Cena's final match.
Yeah, the same with me. But like I said, we're at the exact age group that is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they could have telling a story that would make
us have to tune in.
Yeah, make us go.
I have to see.
I can't fucking log on to Instagram tomorrow and one of the 5 marks has a fucking I can't believe John Cena did this thing, because I want to see it live. I want to experience this live. Fucking 5 marks.
Like the other thing is so we're
boys.
Yeah, we're creating scenarios there based off this kind of the stories they gave us.
Yeah.
When in reality, the best story was he never turns heel and has a desperate chase to get to 17 as well.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe does it at Survivor Series.
Yeah, the heel turn doesn't necessarily need to come.
I don't think they should have ever done the heel turn. Obviously, in hindsight, you know, I think the cleanest story is.
But you can tell a
one
compelling
of failure and redemption.
You can tell a compelling heel story in those 36 states.
We're using the circumstances that they gave us to try and say, what could they have done differently to have made last night? Because last night was a shit show in terms of optics. You seen the stuff with Triple H afterwards?
No.
Getting booed out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's at do you want to do the little, it's not a press conference.
Oh, yeah, everyone's chanting AEW.
Chanting AEW at him, and that's just optically terrible for WWE and Triple H. It is, there's no two ways about it. This is supposed to be the celebration.
But fans are also annoyed because they went there to see John Cena and be a heroic hero.
Yes.
So also you can't WWE tried to create a story with that match, and the people that they're catering to don't actually give a fuck about the stories.
But they never told us that story in advance.
Okay. Well, let's go back. So WrestleMania happens.
Yeah, one of the worst ever WrestleMania main events. I think that's fair to say.
Up there with WrestleMania 25, Triple H, Randy Orton.
That was bad too.
But Triple H and Jericho,
shocking as well.
WrestleMania 18, a lot of Triple H involvement
and he booked the most recent one. Yeah. He's involved in all of
them. So then we get a retread of Randy and John Cena.
Felt literally
I wish I never seen that match ever again, because I understand why, if you're doing it replay all the hits kind of thing, but I remember
living through the original.
Oh my god, I've seen they never didn't wrestle.
It was painful.
I think I calculated, it was how many times did they fucking wrestle on TV? I think it was 76. And you're I don't give a fuck about Randy.
I think they've done something over 20 pay-per-view main events.
Yeah, you're just
Get out of my
I don't
head, like.
care.
Yeah,
Like
also the timing of that was terrible.
And remember they had the even when you go back to their TLC match that they had in like 2013, 14, 15, one of them when they were unifying the titles. I was like, I was like Randy Orton and John Cena
Again.
and then they do it 11 years later. You're like, I don't give a fuck. But everyone was like, oh my god, he's doing it one more time with Randy. And but it sucks, people. But it's only my opinion. So.
I know, but that also I feel though that was the wrong first opponent for the title for him, because right, you've just done the heel turn, you've just done the heel win in the Mania main event, and here's another thing about the Mania main event, right? The
Fiend.
Oh, Jesus. Here's another thing. The commentators at the end of it were hammering home the achievement of the 17th win.
Yeah.
And like,
well, if he's won it 17 times, it means he has to lose it 17 times.
Said
we won a union. Jesse the Body Ventura.
I love Jesse.
Yeah.
But like, so they're hammering home the achievement of winning it 17 times. But like, there's a cognitive dissonance there because I've just seen him cheat along with Travis Scott to win it. So like,
and Cody not cheat, even though he nearly murdered Kevin Owens
a month before.
Yeah, had no problem of reaching that level of viciousness. But can't hit.
Couldn't do it against the guy that battered you with a fucking
Rolex,
with your own father's Rolex. Like, yeah, so like. Michael Cole and them were hammering home the greatest of all time, John Cena, 17-time world champion. I'm like, I just saw him cheat and Cody looked like a geek, and it feels like the company should immediately start telling that story of there's a hollowness to this 17 because he's a heel. But they couldn't even commit to it there and then on the night. It was like, yeah, even straight away. And then then we go into the Randy program instantaneously, right?
Which has R-Truth factored in.
But so we go into this Randy story, and the narrative immediately becomes, and this is the company's fault, is that it is a feel-good thing, they're running it back one more time. Not that Cena's this dastardly heel now, and Orton is trying to save the company. And
it would have been great if Cena was given like a load of tomato cans. Like, as in people to just squash and defend the title against.
Perfect.
And he's just like, I've defended the title
15 times.
15 times. And you're like, really? You just beat Zach Gowen, man.
You beat Eric Watts.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
That would have been fun.
I would have loved that, like, you know. And just literally, like, you could have got so meta with that. Cena just goes in, does the 5 moves of doom, nothing else. Yeah. There isn't even a lock-up. It's just the 5 moves of doom. And he beats that guy.
I'm a defending champion.
Yeah, I'm fighting champion. I'm fighting champion.
He can still do it where he thinks he's still a face. Yes. And everyone's like, you're a piece of shit.
Look at you. There's so much... They could have got real meta with it and had loads of fun with it.
Do you think they got the result, going on to the WrestleMania, do you think they got the results backwards based on, like, Saturday night's main event and WrestleMania? Like, had he lost at WrestleMania and maybe won a Saturday night's main event? Because fans... they probably didn't like either of those results at the time. Without knowing it, I feel like he should have lost. Like, I'll get to that in a bit, but
let's save Saturday night's main event because I actually have some. I really liked that match with Gunther.
Yeah.
But also I can see people's arguments, you know, and
the other feuds that he has, like he tags with Logan Paul.
Yeah, that was dog shit.
You're bad. Like, what? Like, he's the champion. Like, have him defend the title.
Yeah, why is he in a tag match?
Who's against Cody and R-Truth shows up in that one? Is it Cody and Randy?
Might be Cody and Randy. Is that when R-Truth came back?
Yeah. R-Truth runs out in it.
Mm.
And you're just like, I hated when CM Punk won the title, and you're like, nice one, we're going to get a nice run here. And his first person that he interacts with is like Logan Paul. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jey Uso.
Of course so. Why do you also think we couldn't remember who it was? Because he's the most dullest and boring man of all
We did that to prove a point.
Jey Uso, God.
But you're just it became very.
But that whole kind of summer period of like all that his actual title run is just all nothingness.
Yeah, the CM Punk stuff.
CM Punk, like that, it was actually a net negative to the whole thing. Like that CM Punk thing is like again, that could have been super compelling. CM Punk in the reverse position of where they were in 2011.
Which they almost tried to do with the pipe bomb thing.
They tried to echo it. But it was just a gross misunderstanding of what the pipe bomb is and meant. Like, you cannot corporately create that moment as such. It has to feel organic, and it just obviously didn't. Like, and let's be honest, like, Cena's delivery in that was actually very good.
Yeah.
And like the writing of the promo was actually very good.
People are like, oh, it's a shoe promo. Why? Because he said Claudio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no. It's like, really fucking hit home CM Punk like he really hit you home.
Yeah.
Hit home like everyone.
Yeah.
Just go to fucking town on everyone.
Like, that should have been the moment where
the spark was ignited again.
and, like,
which made CM Punk like go, you know what? He's questioning my morals. He's questioning all that. He's saying this, and he said I have to go to Saudi Arabia, which is a fun caveat and a way to knowing
the story,
reference history, and he's sorry, but
society,
but referencing history and going, oh fuck, I have to go over here now, and if I want to get my revenge on this guy, which they did tell in a very limp dick way,
again, non-committal.
Nothing.
They actually, in fact, Cena should have said the line, "You're going to have to suck a blood money covered dick if you want to get this title off."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would have. Then you would have gone, "This is the real shit here." Like,
But they
you know
can't
what
do
I mean?
that, you know.
I know, but there's a way you could have got that in there. Maybe not in the exact words, but I do find it funny that Punk headlined the night one of a 4-night extravaganza and sucked blood money covered dick in the same year. But yeah, again, it was just slightly non-committal, and the match itself sucked, and the atmosphere in Saudi is just never really that good. I know the atmosphere has improved immensely since the early Saudi. Remember the early Saudi cards, like 2016, 2017, wherever they started. Jesus, they were dead as disco, like. But the atmosphere has improved, and the atmosphere was pretty decent for that match. But imagine they'd held that match in Chicago.
Yeah,
like that would have been hot. Like, and if they told the right
and they
story,
would have gotten seen as a heel over again,
massively over.
Like imagine
babyface Punk chasing the title against heel Cena in Chicago could have been like
so money making.
Yeah. Something that we'd be talking about.
Like, obviously, they were getting a lot of money anyway.
Well, yeah, they were. Yeah, the money.
They don't really need to create compelling stories because they're getting paid to make events and moments.
Yeah,
happen.
what is it like? Is it the Saudi deal has already made more than every WrestleMania combined? I think that's like, all 41 WrestleManias hasn't generated the same revenue as the 8 or 9 years they've been going to Saudi.
Yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know. Like, but that match felt like such in the wrong place again. Like the Randy match felt like it was in the wrong place, and then we're coming up to then the Ron Killings stuff, like just such a side note. And the Ron Killings match ends because somebody attacks Cena. Remember they had the blow off match.
Cena low blows him.
Oh yeah, just
That
like
Saturday Night's Main Event or something. You're like, why?
Didn't when after Killings came back, they did another match on SmackDown, didn't they? That ended in like 4 minutes.
I can't remember.
I think there was a run in non-finish. You're just like, oh great, thanks. You rehired Ron Killings to have a 4-minute non-finish match. You're like, well done, guys. Like that's fucking super good storytelling.
And then he just goes back to being R-Truth.
Yeah, he goes back to being R-Truth, and then you start to come up towards the Cody rematch. And originally Cody and Punk or Cena are actually saying like some interesting stuff about each other in their promos.
Yeah.
And then you get to the go home show, and Cena's just like, you know what? I thought about what you said last week, and you were right. I'm a babyface now.
He apologized. He was abandoned by Travis Scott and The Rock, and he's just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like, because he was just like, Cody had a good promo the week before. He had some home truths
like
there.
They had a contract signing and shit. And
yeah, and then he's just like, yeah, you know what, Cody, something you said resonated with me, and you're right. But like, why do you could have done that? Like, even you get to that point and everything's been shit up to now, and
Dude, it's SummerSlam.
Dude, at SummerSlam, in the match, you know, the storytelling company used the match to tell a story of...
We make movies.
John realising that, you know, in the actual professional wrestling part of your show.
Yeah.
John, you can see... Because John...
Good match, though.
Very good match.
It went on for a long time.
A little bit long.
But it was a good
I thought
match.
up to last night, the best match of the retirement tour. You probably have the AJ match.
Yeah, I like the AJ match.
Yeah, like that's... I'd have that maybe third.
I didn't think his Logan Paul match was that bad.
No, but there's just a thing with Logan Paul matches where I don't feel
care.
anything.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Like, I just don't care. Like, oh yeah, he's doing the moves really well, but there's just not, like, it's a shell, like, you know?
The moment SummerSlam was like the big turning point for me in terms of watching weekly wrestling. Because they fucked the story so bad. Which, you know, you kind of have to give a credit to them where they're like, you know what, we're going to pivot now, we fucked it. But also, can't give them too much credit because they were the ones that fucked it because they didn't have a plan. And like John Cena alluded to that he wanted to like make his matches dog shit and ruin wrestling. And then he was told, "No, you need to make it a bit more compelling."
A fine job you did there.
Yeah, it was like, you know, yeah, but like I understand making mistakes, and we did the Bizarre series that looks at weird shit in wrestling and taking shots at stuff, and you know, they don't really pan out. But like, that was so mind-bogglingly bad. They're like, how can we still sell all these T-shirts in different colors, but make everyone hate this guy? And you're like, but the two don't correlate.
No, they're not.
You can't do the both of them.
Yeah, you need to take
Keep him as a little face, a little fruity pebble John Cena running out there going...
That could have been fun.
It could have been grand, because it was fun towards the end, like the Dominik stuff.
Yeah. And again, I do think, like... Because then, you know, he turns face. And, of course, they have to use Cena to launder Brock back into the company.
Yeah. And that's when... And that is the exact moment of when I was like...
I'm done with this shit.
Okay. You've told a bad story. You've pivoted in the bad story.
We can get this back on track.
Nobody has got over now for the past 6 months.
Literally nobody got over any of this.
Nobody has got over. You've made CM Punk look bad. You've made Cody look bad. John Cena. You made John Cena look bad.
Yeah.
You've made R-Truth look bad.
Real bad.
And now you're basically telling us that he's a good guy now by just admitting he's a good guy now. And the past 6 months of my time did not matter.
And now I have to watch Brock Lesnar.
And now, voila, Brock Lesnar shows up, and you're just going, you know, when we were running it back with all these old John Cena matches that didn't work,
what did we need?
let's do it again. But this time, John Cena is a good guy, and they're like, I don't give a fuck.
But like, also, let's talk about the travesty of the Brock Lesnar match itself. WrestlePalooza. A nightmare of a show. The first show on ESPN that got panned by ESPN's own critic, and the show was designed and rushed simply to go against All Out.
They want this to be like a WrestleMania level event. Really?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay, why? Because you're selling WrestleMania off
to Saudi, so you need a new American WrestleMania.
Yeah, and you're calling it WrestlePalooza. Can't wait for WrestlePalooza 2.
And the thing was, it didn't hurt All Out, and the show was critically panned on your new platform.
Yeah, probably actively, like, if people were watching the two and seeing the stark contrast between the two, like myself, who was a WWE guy, kind of gone, you know what, this is kind of more up my alley.
You're getting Hangman versus Kyle Fletcher, and two young enough guys having an excellent main event on one show, and on the other show, you're getting your chips pissed on by having to rewatch the 2014 Extreme Rules version of the two boys going at it again. Like, why book the Cena Lesnar match to be an extended squash again? Like, why do that again?
Reshredded from SummerSlam.
Yeah, like, what? I don't understand why.
To get Brock over?
But like...
But why?
Why? It's not
to
like...
go Brock, like, John Cena went 40 minutes with Cody Rhodes.
And now Brock beats him in 6 minutes.
Yeah,
40
like, kicks the
it made
up.
every other opponent of Cena look like trash.
And to get over Brock, who's someone that people don't necessarily give a fuck about anymore.
People don't want to see him anymore.
Don't want to see him anymore because Brock is going to retire in 2026. But Brock's lost the shitload. John Cena's lost, like, even leading up to, like, the John Cena thing. You know, he lost to like fucking Solo Sikoa and shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
And like Austin
he hadn't
Theory,
won a
he had
match on.
fucking,
He hadn't won a match on TV in like 4 years or something.
you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, the Brock thing, the booking of that match.
But it reminds me of WCW and WWE. Whereas WCW and everything WWF used to give out about WCW
is
like,
what they're doing now.
They have all these older people in the main event and all this.
Yeah.
Whereas here's where the cool people are: The Rock, Stone Cold, and you're like,
That's why I thought it was a really good idea that they did the Kyle Fletcher match on that night. It was like, right, look, Kyle Fletcher isn't going to be at this stage of his career the biggest draw we can put in a pay-per-view main event, but it sends a fucking message. You know what I mean? Mm. Here's this guy, like 25 years of age, fucking stud of a young wrestler. You can have that, or you can have these two old geriatric fucks going at it again. You know? Yeah. And in a match that's booked exactly like 10 years ago.
Even if you did it, John Cena going, "This is my final year. I am going to do the open challenge to everyone, and the first time I lose, I'm retiring." Yeah. Retread the Ric Flair thing.
Yeah, why not?
And have him win like 35 fucking matches. Well, have him have great matches.
Have him great. And like, so then we get the Dominik stuff after, or no? Does he beat Logan after or before Brock?
That's in Paris.
I can't remember if that's after or before Brock. I think it was just before. Paris was end of August. WrestleMania was
No, it wasn't Backlash.
Clash in
Paris. Yeah. That was before then WrestlePalooza, wasn't it?
That was just 2 weeks or 3 weeks before WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, at that point in time, they were churning out a PLE like every fucking 3 weeks, it felt like. Because there was Saturday night's main events squashed in there as well.
They needed to...
And like, Evolution and... you know, they were trying to flood the market, like, and then so you go into
appropriate time to like build a proper heated rivalry between
anyone
stuff,
and then you go into the Dominik Mysterio
which is this thing that they kind of give a bit of time to,
which then turns out to be one of the better kind of little things he did all year.
Well, AJ as well.
Oh yeah, that was super fun. Yeah.
AJ was fun because I feel like they created a new type of match.
It was the greatest hits match.
It was a greatest hits match. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay.
It was, you know, when
what? That's what you've been trying to recreate all year. You did it in one match. Because you had him in there with a fucking like worker that...
Another superb veteran. Yeah. And like, the thing about that was like, that's what you... Just say you have a favourite band from the 80s that are going on a tour now, and they're a little bit older.
But that's what they tried to do with the whole run. It was nostalgia bait.
Yeah, but they never pulled it off.
Yeah.
And the style thing was loads of fun. And then I thought the Dominik thing was super fun as well, despite the fact I hated the Liv Morgan and Judgment Day stuff at that was Survivor Series. I was like, just let...
I didn't watch Survivor Series though. I just didn't.
Just let that be.
I had tuned out. I was only even really
because
kind of reading about stuff. Going, all right, you won the Intercontinental title. All right, cool.
Okay, you lost the Intercontinental title.
All right, cool. Yeah. It's like,
and I just thought that was like really dumb the way the finish of that match was booked with Liv Morgan coming out and jumping up on Cena and then kicking him in the nuts and
I seen the highlight of it. She's recreating the face look.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're like,
people go.
It's shot cinema. It's shot for shot.
Cinema. Storytelling. And like, then we get into the last time is now tournament, which again was like that was a clusterfuck. Like the Miz was in it twice.
You could have done. Like, you could have crowned an Intercontinental Champion from that instead of giving it back to Dominik.
Whatever. Like, you know, like, or just say like something happens. You don't need to do a tournament. The tournament felt like it was just there to fill TV time.
Yeah, which is fine in essence, though. Like,
but that's what Ilya Dragunov is for.
We got Dolph Ziggler, we got Zack Ryder.
But like again, when they advertised the tournament first, they advertised it in a way that their own dumbass Mark fans were like, "They're Edge.
It's gotta be Edge."
Like, why?
You know what I like though? In apparently the WWE production team found out that someone was like live streaming their like setup of the event,
and they played the Edge's
and they started playing Edge's music and Jericho's music, and they're like, "Yeah, someone's fucking with you." Yeah. I like that.
No, that was good.
On this day, I don't give a fuck.
And then, but like, you didn't need the tournament.
I like Samoa Joe's little nod to Cena.
That was nice. That was nice. But like, so what ends up happening then is the tournament to face Cena in his last match ends up eating up all the TV time, and that replaces any storytelling to build a match.
Yeah, I think Gunther did a good job.
Gunther, of course he did. He's Gunther.
Like-
The guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm going to make you tap out.
Yeah, but like that should have been the two of them over the course of a month. Like, he didn't need a tournament. Gunther should have just come out and said, I'm the fucking beast around here. Like, I just retired Goldberg. I'm going to retire your old saggy ass as well.
You
Like,
could do like a tournament at Survivor Series.
one night tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Gunther wins it. Then you build a story. And then if you do the finish that you did, that pissed off a lot of people, if you had 4 weeks to actually flesh out and tell that story in depth properly.
I think though, like Gunther's character is already, like, people have come to expect that. What I liked about this match, and Gunther was the right opponent.
100%.
Because he beat Goldberg, and now this is going to be part of his arc. And he's like,
and he should retire Brock as well.
He's young by main event standards. 100% should retire Brock. He should have all of that on his CV. It was weird watching him be like Cena's final opponent, and like a few years I'd watched him in the National Stadium against Jordan Devlin, and like the moment and
Do you think he grew up watching Cena? There's no way he was watching Cena.
But like that,
No way.
even Michael Cole said at the finish, he goes, "Tonight, professional wrestling beats sports entertainment."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's a good call."
Yeah,
Michael.
but look, let's be honest here now. Gunther's more of a sports entertainer at the moment than a professional wrestler.
I don't know. Well, he says that he's done his wrestling. He said that in an interview when he was like making shit in a van or something. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
I've
like,
seen that. That was
He
cool.
was like, I've done my professional wrestling. I've done my stuff, my wrestling for passion. I'm now doing it for money.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
But you can see he has tailored his
But
style.
it's the same with Finn Balor. You look at Finn Balor in New Japan.
Yeah.
You look at Finn Balor now. He punches and kicks. They're most of his moves, and he never hits his finisher.
I haven't seen him at a finisher.
You know what I mean? Like he goes for the coup de grace or whatever. He
Never hits it.
Never hits
Yeah.
it.
Like the Gunther thing. Like
But
Gunther's still. Gunther's so great, like, because he's still maintained some of what makes him Gunther, but he has tailored that to be more.
Having his music back now is
That's
great
massive.
as well.
That's massive.
Yeah.
But he has tailored it to more like crowd interaction and like his old crowd
He
interaction.
definitely did yesterday.
Oh, big time.
Like
But
last night.
I think there was a very great storytelling reason for that. Think about the structure of the match, right? I thought that section where he kept
Going to ask him.
doing the lariat and then ask him, right?
Is he going to give up?
He directly, it ties in perfectly to the finishing stretch. So he does that. He lariats him like 5 or 6 times, and then Cena makes his comeback. Great, but he's doing that. Ask him. And what was the actual structure of the finish? Again, he had to lock on the sleeper hold like 4 or 5 times. It was like mirrored of the he got it on, he had to get it came off. He got it on, it came off. He got like each time he lariated him earlier on, and then the last time he fucking bludgeons him with the elbows. Shout out the GOAT Bryan Danielson, and then he locks it on, and that's it. But it was like that thing of he told the same story twice, but one time he used the sleeper hold, and the first time he used the lariats. I thought that was a really nice touch. Like that's the level he thinks at. You know what I mean?
So let's get into the event. Saturday night's main event. We know it's going to be Gunther versus Cena. It's been very underwhelming. However, they've been building this up quite well. So well that, fans are 100% invested. Like
People were paying $5,000 for a ticket.
like on my social media feed, it's like people going, last time is now. They're saying, I'm not watching John Cena retire tonight. And then you click on the next thing and it's like, it's him watching it. And it's them as a child dressed as John Cena. I've seen that throughout all of, like, and that really kind of hit home to me going, like, this is a cultural phenomenon for wrestling. And people love this guy, regardless if I enjoy
He's
his work.
an extremely important character or figure in 21st century wrestling.
Yeah, so
like one of the most
I was
important.
like, this is a big night. WWE treated it with a lot of reverence.
Yeah.
The whole thing was structured around him, despite people saying, a random Saturday night or whatever. He basically got like a John Cena pay-per-view.
Yeah, essentially.
I was watching on YouTube, 570,000 people were watching live on YouTube.
I remember watching other ones where it's like 90,000 of those Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Just 90,000 people watching.
Half a million
It was
people.
500,000 on YouTube last night.
On anything else?
In America, just Paramount Plus.
So, like, obviously you had those numbers to factor in as well. So, like,
now, it's unfortunate because had they not dicked the whole concept of Saturday night's main event with the Goldberg one, it would have been on cable or network television, and it would have reached millions.
But it's better that it wasn't, because the advertisements weren't as
true that as well. Yeah. Like, just in terms of like,
I felt like the overt advertisements. Like there's a lot of like John Cena the Funko Pop, John Cena the Ultimate Mattel Edition.
It did feel more Cena centric.
Yeah, which is fine. Like you understand it. But the actual.
I just think for Cena himself, like, I don't know. I just think that, like, had this been on the network TV, you could have had in the US like 5.5 million people watch live.
Like, the actual ethos of the night is kind of harkened back to John Cena's debut of this new up and comer against an established person, like Obafemi against Cody. Didn't like the finish. Really
Terrible
enjoyed that
finish.
match.
You've good match up to that point.
Yeah, Sol Ruka and Bailey, same kind of thing. I liked Sol Ruka. Okay. It was Sol Ruka doing her highlight reel. I understand that Bailey dictating the pace and dictating what to do, but Sol Ruka doing the highlight reel, so people seeing her for the first time are going,
you're getting the wow factor.
And then obviously Javon and Leon against Dragon Lee and
I'm so happy. I was over the moon for two reasons with that. Number one, Dragon Lee got on a fucking pay-per-view, essentially over the moon. Number two, the fucking tag titles got defended on a pay-per-view.
I don't know if it was for the tag titles, was it? Because it came out. Someone said it's no longer been advertised for the tag titles.
It's a non-title match.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
I just assumed it was. Yeah, the tag champions are having a match.
AJ's so good that I was going, did he miss that springboard on purpose?
I don't
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of the only complaint I had about that is actually it was quite short.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I was starting to really enjoy it.
That's fine. The speed run, and I was like, they're going to give Cena a lot more time, and then we get the fucking say his name and he appears.
Oh my god! I blocked it out. Jesus Christ!
I was like, you cut fucking time off the other matches.
Tag match that I was enjoying.
Like, even the interference in the Obafemi match felt like this came out of nowhere.
It totally came out of nowhere.
You know what I mean?
Drew McIntyre, such a bore at the minute as well. He's turning into another Seth Rollins for me.
But Joe Hendry shows up.
Oh,
The Miz.
Who cares?
Miz and R-Truth being that, I don't mind. Obviously, they had the Awesome Truth and they had the John Cena, The Rock match and all that. I don't mind that. And then Joe Hendry, keeping in the same vein of newcomer showing off. But people, it's when he hitting his moves. People don't give a shit about the moves. They just cared about the song.
It's just the meme.
Yeah.
It's all about the meme. Yeah.
But if that's all people care about and WWE are catering towards that, who the fuck are we to say going, oh, you're not telling a long, interesting story?
But this is why they got boos after the main event, because they've cultivated that fan base.
So that moment where they wanted the moment of John Cena getting the final pin, or
because they've cultivated their fan base to the point of the professional wrestling doesn't matter. We want the moment. We want the feeling of seeing a viral moment. And then when Cena just kind of almost limply taps out, you're denying them that thing that you've cultivated yourself. Yeah. It's your own storytelling has put you in that position, so that when you try to tell an actual proper good pro wrestling story, your own fan base is going to boo your fucking booker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And chant the other wrestling company's name at him. Your fan base. That's the hardcore of the hardcore, because those people are paying $5,000 or minimum $1,000 to see John Cena's last match. There are your hardcores. That isn't a subset of AEW fans that have ended up at your show that are chanting AEW at your booker. They're your hardcore fans that you've cultivated.
That's an interesting point. From the match itself, so from the start, Gunther has a great entrance.
I do you know what I thought as well? I expected that they would do remember when Cena used to do the old school mental WrestleMania entrances?
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do that, and they didn't, and they made the absolute right call.
You know what I loved? When Cena grabbed the camera to film Stu, and then the camera cut away, and then you're like, I wanted to see Stu.
yeah. But it cut away, you could kind of see him.
You didn't like the kayfabe breaking stuff of thank you, John Cena, I can see you. I don't think it was that kayfabe.
It was all fucking heels.
Yeah, it was fine.
Becky Lynch and Drew McIntyre
going, I can see you, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Fuck off.
Joking.
Don't put the heels in there.
Sweet Disposition as a song.
So weird. weird.
It was so weird.
That's so weird. That was my friend's first wedding dance song. You know your first dance?
Oh, well, this is the last dance.
I was like, this is such a... No, it's a great song. That's a really good song.
The first thing I noticed that then during the match is like Cena calling everything.
I don't think it was ever more obvious than it was last night.
Like you hear him, Gunther, stay down.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, now. Remember that?
Yeah.
In the Royal Rumble? But like he's calling the whole
Everything.
fucking match, and no one cares because it's John Cena. But like, I was looking at that going, I can like, he's not even trying to hide it.
No, we got that's the authentic Cena fucking experience, though.
Yeah, clothesline me again.
We've been joking about that for 20 years.
I know it's him and Becky does it. I can hear Becky doing it quite a bit, but John Cena's such a fucking...
Oh, he's the most obvious of all time.
He's so obvious.
Yeah.
He's just like looking hard cam. Guys, stay down now. Stay down. And you can see Gunther get up and lie back down. The chop, I was interested to see how delicate they would treat, or Gunther would have to treat John. Like, obviously the chops weren't as vicious as what they are, but
like,
he still took a few.
He took a few, but it was similar to when Randy, yeah. Gunther didn't give Randy the full Gunther experience, like. Which, you know, Gunther, fuck it, just chopped it.
Like even the power bombs and stuff, and he's coming a bit lower to let him down.
A bit lower, and
he missed John Cena's comeback.
Yeah, he did. But sure, this is what I mean. He's never seen a Cena match.
No,
he doesn't know what the comeback
he already
is.
took a John Cena comeback.
And then he missed the next one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so he took the double shoulder tackle into throw a punch into the back body drop into the boom, boom, boom. And then they replayed it later. It was shoulder tackle, and Gunther stayed down. You can hear John going, get up. And he gets up and then he swings and then he does the you can't see me shit.
Yeah.
And you're like...
well, that's why I think he's never seen a Cena match.
So
He doesn't know what the
interested to
comeback
know
is.
of what like Cena and Gunther's relationship, like the actual real life humans, like when they're talking about that match and how they felt it went.
Yeah. I'd say they just said
because it seemed to like be ramping up. You know, the Avalanche fucking AA. Like he hit about.
Hey, it was a very compelling match. Like.
He hit a lot of AAs. Did it through the desk. Like,
that looked cool.
I knew all of this was coming. Like I was going, we're getting all of these. Didn't lock it. He locked in the SDFU once.
Once, I think, yeah.
And you're like, okay, you know that like barely gets it in.
There was a minute during the STFU where I thought, he's nowhere near the ropes. He ain't getting out of it. Yeah. And then he obviously, I was like,
Cena tried to pull him back.
Yeah.
And then he kicked him off.
Yeah. But there was a little second in there where I thought, are they going to have Gunther tap here?
I found the sleeper stuff though, because it was like ramping up and up and up and up and up. And normally WWE, they like escalate stuff.
Yeah.
But they were going, and then the sleeper stuff happened and it just went.
Yeah, but
and they were bringing everyone down.
Yeah,
they were like
preparing you for the. I thought it was really well like structured in that sense, and that's why I thought that moment where he kind of had the sleeper in, but he took it off himself to do the elbows to really fucking say, "Look, man, you're fucking done here." Like, I just like
and Cena, anybody in a rear naked choke would like either tap out or pass out, but Cena's like. Like
he gives one more.
He's keep doing it. Well, he did about 4 times. He got 1, 2, and then picks him up on his back, and then do you see when Cena had him in a rear naked, and his like arms were like this? He didn't actually have.
Oh, he had nowhere near like
mad, but I
genuinely thought that was the best match of Cena's.
Yeah, that or the AJ one, but that, and then he's like. The little smile. I really like that.
I like that as well.
I thought it was good. He's like, you know what? I'm done now. This is it. Like,
this is
it actually seemed like a real life moment of acceptance.
Yeah, I can give up.
And then
I can give up. Like I'm allowed to do it now.
Doesn't make me any less of a man.
Yeah.
And put Gunther over, and Gunther got Gunther over. Like who out of everyone from that final year?
Gunther's the one in the best position coming out.
Yeah, but Gunther or Brock were the only 2 people that really kind of. But
I didn't think the Brock got a rub out of it. Like it didn't do anything for Brock. I think it did do something for Gunther.
Yeah.
Now my only worry is that the heat that Gunther should get is actually going to Triple H from the fan base.
Yeah. Because we're all smarks and we all know the actual inner workings of it.
So
but I would imagine
Triple H the one who got the booze and not Gunther. Like, it would be great. Like, hopefully,
I think Gunther still got a bit of heat from it.
I just
and
hope
he
that
will. He's going to be able to use that as a jumping up point for like
the next thing. And
John Cena didn't pick up the mic or whatever.
I like that he just watched his little video.
Yeah, smiled.
Yeah,
when Vinnie Mac
when
came
Vinnie
on the
Mac came
screen,
on the screen.
started crying.
Yeah. I don't think they were real tears.
What did you think of the whole holding the title thing?
Nice moment.
I seen Batista and John Cena did that for Hulk Hogan back in like 2005. They both gave him the world title and Hogan posed at the title, so it was kind of like that's what were happening.
Oh yeah, like a similar legend.
Except like Batista and Cena were a lot younger maybe than CM Punk and Cody. Actually, Batista wasn't that young. I'd say he was in his 30s.
Batista was old enough starting.
He started in his 30s.
He was definitely probably 10 years younger than Punk is now.
Yeah.
What age is Cody? Cody's 40.
Yeah.
Is he 40?
Yeah,
just
probably.
about 40 around that. Look, that's not that old. Like Punk is old as shit. Like let's be honest.
Yeah, Batista was probably in his 30s. Cena was in his 20s probably
Yeah.
when they did that with Hogan. But
Yeah.
it was a nice moment. It made me really reflective because I don't think I've ever seen a superstar that debuted all the way to fruition, if you get me. Like, I didn't see the inception of... I seen the inception of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I didn't...
Not Steve Austin.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe The Rock, actually, but The Rock hasn't officially retired.
Yeah, Rock. I've seen him. I saw the Survivor Series debut. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Hogan, no.
No.
Macho, no. Ultimate Warrior, no. Jericho, we're getting there.
Yeah, but we didn't really see his early stuff either.
Yeah. I seen his WCW stuff.
I saw his WCW stuff,
Yeah.
but I probably even missed the start of his WCW.
But, like, I remember John Cena's debut.
Yeah.
And, like, the match against Edge, say...
like Danielson, we didn't see his
Inception,
early Ring of Honor stuff.
But like his match against
afterwards.
Edge was 2006, and I remember watching that in my mate's gaff on VHS that I had recorded, the TLC one in Toronto, and I was like, that was 19 years ago, man. I was 17. I was like, that's nuts.
Yeah, 19 years ago. Fuck.
That is crazy. Like they were They were nearly as close to like the first WrestleMania in 2006 as they were to now.
Yeah.
And the first WrestleMania in 2006
Seems like a different lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, like whatever.
Do you think he'll do a promo on Raw? He's signed for another 5 years.
Here's a question. Will he ever wrestle again?
Yeah.
It's wrestling.
He's going to
like it's wrestling. Like
yeah.
it's wrestling.
Is John Cena going to wrestle again? Let us know in the comments.
Who has actually fully retired and never come back?
He says he's not, but everyone says they're not.
Like Goldberg.
They always
but
say
that was 6 months ago.
Goldberg's probably coming back
He'll wrestle again
in AEW or
Yeah,
something.
something mad will happen. Some fucking crackpot promoter will just give him a load of mad money. Like Liger came back,
Liger, I seen that
on the
Right.
day we recorded
Bastard.
the retirement one. And
Jushin.
Like of all, he
Jushin.
came back at an indie show in like New Jersey, not even in Japan. Like, what the fuck is happening? So yeah, see that wrestle again. Like Saudi Mania, a year and a half.
The last time is now. Sorry.
Saudi Mania, a year and a half.
Him and Tanahashi at Saudi Mania.
I'd take that.
Yeah,
I'd take that.
No one else would because no one knows who Tanahashi is out in their WWE bubble.
Like I said last night, it's like it was a historic moment to see the second best babyface retiring in the next month to have his retirement match. You know.
You said that Tanahashi is the greatest babyface of all time.
I think he might be. Yeah.
No, that's a fucking joke.
Who's better?
Everyone.
Every babyface ever.
Like, it's just in that bubble of New Japan. Like, yeah. But even like people wanted Tanahashi to lose the title at times because they were going for the underdog. And Tanahashi still have a bit of heelishness about him as a babyface.
Yeah.
He wasn't ultimately rejected like Cena or Naito.
He was never rejected.
Like
or
Naito.
Naito. But
like there was like when he's coming up against opponents, people actively wanting them
there
to
were
lose.
times, particularly in the Nakamura stuff,
Yeah.
times where it was like the crowd wants Nakamura, and they had Nakamura beaten quite often.
He knew when to lose.
Yeah, this is and
Cena didn't.
This you got there before me. Fuck yeah, that was my big thing.
Oh.
That was my big thing. You took it on me.
It's been the wrestling show.
Like, Joe, because Cena, like, and I know we're not doing the legacy of Cena, but there was times where I don't think Cena saw the big picture enough to realize that if he made a guy now, it would help him later.
Nexus.
Yeah, Next is the one that jumps to mind.
Rusev.
He probably should have. Rusev's another big one.
Bray.
That's another.
But then
big
again,
one.
you know, he goes up against Undertaker and loses in 4 minutes or whatever at WrestleMania.
Yeah, true. That was so weird.
Very weird.
Whereas Tanahashi knew
Lost to Miz at WrestleMania 27 minutes.
that was
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah,
Said
and
that.
like,
Lost to The Rock then.
which was the right idea because they knew that the rematch was going to do more
Lost
mega
to
bucks.
Brock a few times. That was towards his latter age. I'm talking Super Cena age, though.
Yeah, Super Cena era, there wasn't a whole lot of losses.
Should have lost to Umaga. Royal Rumble.
Such a great match. What's Cena's best ever match?
We'll find out when we listen to the Legacy of John Cena podcast that we do.
Good call.
Thank you. This has been the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. I'm being the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef. This is my fellow Old Buck in Morro. Please like and subscribe and comment below. It really seems to help. Well, I don't say it enough. I always go like and subscribe, but it does really
It
seem to
actually
help.
helps. It does help. Yeah.
We're only 25 subscribers away from 3,000.
We're nearly there.
Which is cool. Follow us on TikTok and on Instagram.
Where Johnny March is a massive star.
Yeah, but Johnny Morse is the draw, man.
He's a massive
We
star.
should have had him. He would have been all positive. He probably would have cried.
The
Even
guy
though,
is TikTok famous now.
Yeah.
He's too big for us. He's our first person to break 100K on a video.
he is. Even though we're in the video.
We're in the video, but he's
making
the
the
star
point,
of the
yeah.
video.
But yeah, lots more still. The Bizarre episodes are done for this season. I might do a season 3. I've been discussing with Louis, who did the Redacted documentary, just because when we uploaded it, some of the stuff got copyright flagged. So we're looking at getting that up before Christmas.
That'd be great.
Same with the JBL one. The JBL one's been over a year long. I just never went back to it.
But also
Which JBL liked.
Isn't there a shitload of copyright flags in
There's
that
a
one?
few. We're only figuring it out. Apparently 9 seconds is the
cutoff.
limit.
Yeah, yeah.
All Elite Morrow every Monday night.
Yeah.
You continuing
The Morries are coming up soon.
The Morries, yeah. When's that happening?
That'd be the first one of the new year.
Yeah? You know, should do it before it.
Well, no, because of course AEW just put a fucking pay-per-view on the last weekend of the year.
Oh, right.
Like, what happens if... Because that's going to be the final of Continental Classic. That could be a match of the year contender.
Yeah.
I can't not have that in it.
And then Total Extreme Morrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
You're in financial
I'm
ruin.
in pain. Like
It's getting worse.
You want to see the next episode?
It could be the end of the season.
No, the episode 5, you haven't seen it yet?
No.
It's like I have it essentially recorded. Like, I keep saying, okay, on the next show I'm doing, and I get to the next show, I'm like, I can't afford to do that. I keep talking about a tag team tournament that never happens.
This has been the Wrestling Fan Radio now. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment below, interact with us. We love it. We send screenshots in and be like, here, Mara, you have to react to this person called you out.
Love it.
We love it. We love it. We love talking wrestling. And yeah, there's a John Cena segue to finish, but
Just a little bit of Cena in all of us.
yeah, I think we're just gonna STFU. Good luck. Stay safe, and all that shit. Fucking. Let's go, Stu.